Well, folks, we made it to January, the fresh start of a new year. I think that it's kind of ironic that the beginning of the year starts in the middle of winter, when everything is dead and cold and ugly and muddy and seemingly fairly bleak. And I think a lot of times, a lot of beginnings feel that way, bleak and bare. But that's the perfect time for a fresh start. Truth be told, I used to dread this time of year. I hated the cold and wet weather, and it felt like whiplash coming down from the high of the holiday season. Everything was exciting and social and busy and presents, and after Christmas it just felt cold and empty. And I really struggled with this. But over the last few years, I've started to genuinely enjoy this time of year, but I've had to look at it completely differently. Instead of just seeing the cold, I started seeing the rest. And instead of just seeing the empty, I started seeing space and room to breathe. This is truly the only time of year where we really get rest. Pretty much every other time of year there's something happening, whether it's the excitement of spring and planting and growing, or the busyness of summer and barbecues and social things with friends, or the holiday season being busy and sometimes stressful. All of these are good things, but this is truly the only time of year where we really get space and room to breathe. And the older I get, the more I crave that space and room to breathe. One of my favorite things about this time of year is it just seems like the world kind of forgets about you. I don't know how else to explain it, but it seems like as everyone is resting and spending more time at home and being inside more, it just seems like there's less pressure and less focus on me. And it seems like it's so much easier for me to think clearly and dream and set goals and have a vision for my life and listen to God and hear what He's trying to tell me when I feel like the world has forgotten about me. It's actually been really refreshing, and I've found a lot of peace in that. As you can see in this video, some of my favorite things to do is just putter inside, slowly work, and find rest in that work. Here I'm making bone broth with some of the apple cider vinegar that I made a couple months ago from the apples from my mom's garden. And the apple cider vinegar turned out so well. As you can see here, I need to work on my pouring skills. I'm much better at my spilling skills. I've also been trying different bread recipes, and it's been so fun. I've really enjoyed this sandwich loaf recipe. I'm still getting it down, still learning it. I've kind of felt like I might not ever be the most amazing, perfect bread maker, but you know, that doesn't matter. To me, it's so good and so delicious and so much better than anything that I could get at the store. And sometimes I think people get so caught up in needing to be the best that they just feel like if they can't be the best, then they won't do it at all. And That's something that I have fought my whole life, and I'm just tired of that lie holding me back. So if I can do an 80% good job at something, then that is good enough for me. I got this meat cutter for Christmas, and it has been such a game changer for slicing bread. It has been so nice and does such a good job, especially with this softer sandwich loaf. It doesn't tear it at all, it just cuts it so evenly and so quickly. I feel like I'm still learning how to truly rest. I've come out of a really busy, hectic season, and it's just been the last month that I've felt more settled and still, and things in my life have felt more in order. And I kind of thought that once I hit this point that I would stop feeling frazzled, and I still find myself really feeling frazzled throughout the day, even if I don't really have anything on my to-do list. And to me, that's a problem, because I really do believe that we are made for good work and hard work and really working towards something. But I also know that we are meant for good rest too. And that doesn't always look like just sleep or watching a movie, or honestly, I don't even really know what it's supposed to look like, but I'm learning that, and I'm praying for that deep rest that gives me a deep peace in my heart that is way deeper than just getting everything done on my to-do list or checking off goals. I want a deep peace in my life, and I know that God is giving me more and more of that every day. And I hope that you're able to find that deep rest and deep peace as well. I will leave you with these adorable photos and videos of my little piglets that are growing up and getting so big. See you next time. Bye.